Live from Richard Essegian Memorial Athletic Field at Grafton High School, FATV presents coverage of Fitchburg High School Red Raider football. This afternoon we're in for quite a contest here from Grafton as the Red Raiders of Fitchburg High School take on Grafton High School. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Bolak. Happy to have you along with us here today. For the Red Raiders, last season, they started the season by traveling 75 miles on the road southwest to West Springfield, a team they'd never played before. Beat them 35-28. And this season, they started the season by traveling about 75 miles on the road southeast to Hingham, a team they'd never played before. And they won that game 35-28. A little bit of deja vu there in week one of last season in this, and a little more deja vu in week two of each season, because last season Fitchburg's second opponent was Tantascwa, a team in Central Mass Division 4 that the Red Raiders had never played before. And today they'll be taking on Grafton, a team in Central Mass Division 4 that they have never played before. And so this has got the hallmarks of what could be yet another exciting game between these two teams. See the coin toss. Grafton's won the toss. They've chosen to receive. As you see the two representatives there, Nolan Warner for Grafton and Jesus Padilla for Fitchburg there at the coin toss.
Time, we ask all who are able to stand and remove your hats as we honor America.
So as we get ready to go, we'll take a break for the anthem, and when we come back, we'll have kickoff here on FATV. So with the anthem complete, getting ready for kickoff here at Essegian Field in Grafton. Daniel Bolak here with you on FATV. Grafton coming into this game with a 1-1 record. Opened the season 2 weeks ago against Neshoba, fell 13-8 here in Grafton. And then in week number 2, they traveled up to North Middlesex. And that was a game in which Grafton dominated from start to finish, 48-0 the final in that one. Jack Padgett running for 2 touchdowns. Tyler Diamond a 45-yard touchdown run, a 32-yard scoring pass to Trey Thomas. And Tyson Thomas and Kai Belanger also had scores in the third quarter. And Ryan Shabani had a 33-yard pick six that amounted for the scoring, and 6 to 7 extra points for Nate Remillard. So Grafton coming into this game with a lot of momentum. Fitchburg, as we mentioned, a 35-28 win over Hingham last week. Over 400 yards of offense on the ground. Anthony Aquendo, 18 carries for 184 yards and a touchdown. Devin Barasano with 3 touchdowns. An excellent game there for the Red Raiders. Alexander McCloskey ready to kick off for the Red Raiders. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. And he'll kick it away. A low line drive kick will be handled by an up man at the 28-yard line. And he'll be pulled down just past the 35. And a flag thrown in at the very end, I think, as well. Unless I'm seeing things quickly enough. Might just be the footballs being thrown on the far side, but nonetheless, Grafton with solid field possession to start this contest.
We Grafton possession, 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
So from the 37 is where they'll start. Was very much seeing things. So we'll get going here as we've got our camera set up right on the line of scrimmage, more or less. Tyler Diamond, the starting quarterback for Grafton High School. He is a junior. He's already run for 2 touchdowns. He's passed for 2 touchdowns this season, run for another. We'll put the man in motion, and there is very much a flag this time. False start indicated against Grafton.
False start against Grafton. Be first and 15 from their own 32-yard line.
So I'll back them up a few yards. So first and 15. See if we'll get our first play from scrimmage here. So the man will go in motion, and the handoff will go up the middle for Jack Paget. Wrestling forward for 4 yardage. Will be taken down at just short of the 40-yard line. A gain of a couple.
By number 34, Chris Garcia.
Garcia with the tackle for the Red Raiders.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 13.
So to the 34-yard line it goes. And we'll have 2nd and 13 for Grafton. Paget in the backfield along with Trey Thomas. Trey Thomas was in there in the last play. But just one in the backfield, couple receivers out there for Grafton. Put the man in motion, taking it this time on the end around is Trey Thomas coming to the near side. And he'll be wrestled out of bounds for a gain of nothing.
Taken out of bounds by number 6, Alex
Rojas wrapping him up. We saw last week.
No gain on the
We saw
play.
Hingham
Brings up
rolling with a lot of
13 for
those,
Grafton.
putting the man in motion and then trying to get to the flanks to get yardage. But Fitchburg not falling for it that time. It will bring up 3rd and 13. Diamond looking to Chris McMahon and the Grafton coaching staff for the signals. 3rd and 13 for Grafton. Will be play action, rolling to the left is Diamond. Pump faking once, twice. Going to try to run with it himself. He'll get some yardage, but he's going to be knocked down at the 40-yard line on the far side of the field. Just could not find anyone to throw to on the far side of the field. And the Raiders force a 3 and out. So good start for the Red Raiders, just like the last game against Grafton, forcing a 3 and out on the first drive. Brian Rivera will go back for the Red Raiders. 1 or 2 players back there.
And the punt for Grafton.
And a line drive punt, take a bounce. And it'll be pulled off the ground at the 28-yard line by Rivera. A juke and a stutter step as he makes his way to the far side of the field looking for openings. A flag is out.
Flags everywhere.
And at the 35, Rivera's progress will be stopped. And we'll see what the flag is. So waiting to see what the penalty flag is, but the Red Raiders will certainly have the ball with 9:47 to go in the first quarter play. There are, I could see, looks like 3 flags on the field. So whatever it was quite blatant. Getting it all straightened away, and now we'll have it. So a hold and a personal foul indicated against the Red Raiders.
2 penalties against Fitchburg. One's a hold. the other a personal foul. Personal foul will be enforced, 15 yards.
Since a hold and a personal foul, they may very well both be enforced, so Fitchburg would be starting pretty deep in their own territory. So it looks like it'd probably be 10 and 12 and a half from the 35, although there's also the spot of the foul as well.
It's Fitchburg ball, 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line.
So, there's the first snap. Montgomery Graham will hand it off on the far side. Not able to get much of anything on the far side is Oquendo. Gets the first handoff there.
Carried by Anthony Oquendo, stopped by Andrew Hanna.
You see Oquendo just trying to get to the far side. Andrew Hanna coming in there, wrapping him up
of 2
for a loss in the backfield.
2nd and 12 for the Red Raiders.
So it'll be 2nd down, 12 to go, 9-10 to go in the first quarter. Red Raiders with their first drive of the contest after holding Grafton to a 3-and-out. So this time in the backfield, a throw to the far side, incomplete, as they'll rule it there, although Grafton will try to run that down just in case it was a backwards pass.
Graham's pass incomplete.
Looked like a pass to the near side, maybe looking
Intended for
for
Darnell Thomas.
Darnell Thomas there.
12 for the Red Raiders.
This will bring up 3rd down. And 12 to go for the Red Raiders. And the Grafton side going to make a lot of noise here. And now a penalty thrown out on that. Actually, upon further review, that last play out of bounds on a backwards pass. So the Raiders kept a hold of it, but lost a lot of yardage on them.
Game penalty on the Red Raiders. It'll be 3rd and 21 from their own 2-yard line.
And so now the Red Raiders called for delay. So already quite discombobulated here. On their own 2-yard line, Graham looking to throw, looking for the deep ball, the home run pass. He's got Thomas open, but he's overthrown him by 5 yards.
Incomplete.
So the Raiders look like they'll be starting 3-and-out as well.
Intended for Darnell Thomas. It'll be 4th and 21 for the Red Raiders. Alex McCloskey in the punt.
So it'll be McCloskey in to try to punt, and the Red Raiders had quite an adventurous time punting last week. This is a good snap to McCloskey. He's going to get it away, but he shanked it.
McCloskey's punt goes out of bounds.
It'll be great field position for Grafton. Looks like the 21-yard line is what they're going to give.
Grafton's ball.
Grafton will have it 8:27 to go in the first quarter of play. No score, but Grafton is threatening. It'll be a punt of 19 yards for McCloskey. I can already see Nate Remillard practicing his kicking on the near sideline. Grafton in great position here, 1st and 10. As Diamond will pitch it out to the left side, and trying to take it up there was Jack Padgett around the left side of the line.
Stopped by Chris Garcia.
Garcia will have the tackle for the Red Raiders, holding him to just a yard on first down. Padgett just trying to cut back inside.
2nd and 9.
Nowhere to really go there.
For Grafton.
And also Jesse Ramos getting in on that, the junior. Second and 9 it'll be now for Grafton. Home team clad in green with gray pants. Diamond under center. Will fake the handoff to Trey Thomas, roll with it himself to the near side. Still rolling to the sideline and out of bounds.
Diamond on a keeper.
Around the 12-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
You can see him just moving his way to the right side. So it'll be 3rd down for Grafton. Already 0 for 1 on 3rd down today. Both teams struggling to get the offense going. Diamond looking to the sideline for plays. And now Grafton's going to get dinged for delay here.
Delay a game against Grafton. Brings up 3rd and 9. Back at the 17-yard line.
Actually wipes up Diamond's last run there. He'd gained 5 and now they lose him just like that. Bring it back to a 3rd and 9 for Grafton. 7:20 to go in the first quarter. And no score. Diamond out of the shotgun in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Thomas, throws right side, that's well overthrown. Want to find Nolan Warner in the right corner.
Intended for Nolan Warner.
One of the captains on this Grafton team, but double coverage, that was going to be quite a challenging ask there. See there, actually more triple coverage there. You could see that Richard Santana was the one mainly engaged.
Nate Remillard.
Nate Remellard's going to try a field goal from the right hash.
To attempt a 34-yard field goal.
34-yard field goal attempt, and that's not going to make it.
Remellard's attempt
no good, short to the left. So the Red Raiders force another 3 and out, and the field goal no good. So 7 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. So both teams really having trouble getting the offense going. The Raiders, thanks to that backwards pass from earlier. Lots of negative yardage for them. Montgomery Graham, as we see, good to see he's all right. He took that injury late in the game against Hingham last week. As Oquendo will get to the far side flank, stay on his feet, and eventually forced out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds.
So a solid gain on first down for the Red Raiders. As Oquendo makes his way to the far side, just going to the flank, found some open space there, and took what he could get.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4.
6-yard gain for the Raiders. So 2nd and 4 it'll be. So put Barisano in motion. He'll take the pass on the near side, trying to make his way up that near side, trying to work his way on the flank.
To number 4, Devin Barisano. Brings up 3rd down for Pittsburgh.
So they'll give him the 26-yard line. 3-yard gain for Barisano on the pass.
from the 26-yard line.
Graham was 2 of 6 through the air last week. Had that touchdown pass in the first quarter to Darnell Thomas. Then a short pass to Rivera, who splits out to the far side here on 3rd and 1. Raiders in search of their first down of the contest. The handoff goes to Barisano, trying to cut up the line. It's going to be pretty close. Ball may have come out there as well. It's going to be very close to the line to gain. They need to get the 27. They spot him just short of it. Might have to come to a measurement. So they're going to bring the chains out to measure here to see if the Raiders got the first down. Held with 3 out last drive. They've already held Grafton short twice. And they're going to stretch the chains. And he is short by not very much. That's what it looked like there. So they'll spot it on the hash. 4th and very short.
Inches.
And the Raiders having enough adventures with the punting game. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Put a man in motion, give it to Aquendo. Just has to get a yard. He just has to get to the 27 as he got into the 27.
Stop by Landry. Enough for the first down.
The line judge, down judge feels they've done enough. Aquendo's going to get the first down there for the Raiders. Just past halfway in this first quarter play. No score between Grafton and Fitchburg. That was the first down of the game for either team. Red Raiders, that 3-headed beast in the backfield, and now whistle.
Flag on the play, delay of game.
For the 3rd time today, delay of game called against the Raiders.
Makes it 1st and 15.
So that's turning into a bit of a challenge there, is just seeing all those penalties. About 40 yards worth of penalties already in this contest between the two teams. 1st and 15. Graham's looking to pass all day. Now he's going to run now that he doesn't see anyone to throw to. And Graham's going to keep it himself and run for good yardage. To the 40-yard line he gets. It's good enough for a first down. A flag comes in at the very end. Might have been for a late push there. It's the most effective play of the game thus far. They're going to signal a hold against Fitchburg. So that's going to take.
Back on the Red Raiders.
Block in the back is what they'll indicate, actually. So happens at the very end. So it's going to take 10 yards off the end of that run. The Raiders will get to keep the result of that, minus the 10. This will bring up 2nd down and some distance. Things going wrong there on the handoff to Aquendo, and a flag came in at the end as well.
Another flag on the play.
Lots of dirty laundry in the opening going of this contest.
The call is a hold against Pittsburgh.
Fitchburg's going to be called for a hold. So that's 10 yards from the infraction. If they held Oquendo in the backfield, it's going to be even more than 10 yards lost. And they'll march him down to the 19-yard line. Second and quite a lot, as Graham will look to throw over the middle. Incomplete and overthrown. We're looking for Rivera that time.
Intended for Rivera. Tipped on the play by Amar Wattar. Brings up 3rd and 20 for the Red Raiders.
It'll be 3rd down and 20 to go. Raiders have got to get to the 38 for a first down. Oquendo will have the handoff, trying to make his way through the line, but Grafton's defense has been tenacious in stopping the Red Raider run going through the middle.
Oquendo on the carry again, stopped by Landry.
Douglas Landry with the tackle. It's a gain of some yards, but not nearly enough for the Raiders. 5-yard gain.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 3rd and 15 for Pittsburgh.
Now 3rd down and 15 to go. Is what it is. Another long pass, but well overthrown again.
Graham's pass intended for Jesus Padilla, incomplete.
Padilla up the middle, but
brings up 4th and 15.
The challenges with Monty Graham right now is just trying to hold back the power a little bit. That last penalty, the block in the back earlier, kind of threw me for a moment with the downs.
Pittsburgh, back deep for Grafton. Twin returners, Belanger and Donaher.
So Liam Donaher and Kai Belanger in the backfield. And the Red Raiders are going to call timeout with 3:32 to go in the first quarter.
Pittsburgh.
So 3:32 again to go in the first quarter play, and no score between these two teams. So they've been trying to get past all these penalties. From my count, I have 8 flags enforced in this contest already. That's one of the things that's been making things challenging a little bit. Even the best play we've seen today, that 20-yard run by Monty Graham, partially mitigated by a flag. The block in the back in the very end. Each team with 3 timeouts. Red Raiders don't take too long on that one. So McCloskey gets that one up high in the air. He'll take a slight Fitchburg bounce. Second one a little more favorable. It's going to roll laterally at the 35-yard line.
Down at the 35-yard line.
That's where Grafton will start their 3rd drive of the game. That one ends up being a pretty solid punt for McCloskey. 41 yards. So Grafton with 3:18 to go in the first quarter. No score. As the junior quarterback Tyler Diamond gets his play. Two in the backfield. Warner thinking about going in motion, checks back. Now trying to make his way up the middle.
Doug Landry on the carry. Gain of 5 on the play.
Douglas Landry the junior running
Stop
back.
by number 10, Angel Alejandro.
Getting a solid gain on first down. Spot him at the 40.
2nd and 5 for Grafton.
You see just fighting and moving his feet for yardage. About 5 Red Raiders there to stop his progress. 2nd and 5, and a whistle. False start indicated against Grafton. That'll undo the 5 yards that Landry just gained.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
These teams have combined for 37 yards of offense right now and 68 yards of penalties. The yellow flags are what's winning the battle right now. So 2nd and 10 it'll be. A roll out to the far side.
He gets 5. Stopped by Brian Rivera.
And so Paget on the far side is going to get back what they lost on the false start. Back to the 40. As we see the replay, pitched out there.
5 for Grafton.
As you see Landry there providing the blocking to get him a few extra yards downfield. 3rd and 5 for Grafton. Actually, call it 3rd and 6 now that we get that spot. And pitch back to Paget, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no farther.
Stop for no gain.
Raider defense coming up strong again. See just the quick pitch back to Paget, just trying to find his way through the line.
4th and 6.
Battles with Devin Barisano there, and Barisano wins the battle.
Andrew Hanna back to punt for Grafton.
So Andrew Hanna will be punting for Grafton. Gets a decent one off. The bounce is unfavorable though.
Hanna's punt down.
And
at the 42.
At the Raider 41-yard line is
Fitchburg will take
where
over
it'll
from
stop there.
1:03 left in the first quarter.
It'll be just a 20-yard punt for Andrew Hanna. The wind isn't as bad today as it was last week, but it's still pretty noticeable. So we're here live at a CG Memorial Field at Grafton High School. We are here in person today to bring you this coverage between the Red Raiders of Fitchburg High and Grafton High School. First down, run to the far side.
Dragged down by Cooper Barabee.
Get what he could.
Doug Landry
Cooper Barabee
there to help.
will have none of it
Loss
for
of 3 on the
Grafton.
play.
And it's a loss of yardage as the Red Raiders are struggling to get the running game going. You can see right there, Quidlin McCarthy bursting through the line. And Douglas Landry finishing that up there for Grafton. A loss of a yard. This could be the last play of the first quarter. As Graham's going to keep himself on the option, try to fight his way through the line, gain a couple of yards, but nothing more than that.
Gain of 4 on the play.
As
Brings up 3rd and 8
Monty Graham will
as
go
the
back
fourth
to the
quarter
coaching
comes to a
staff
close.
and discuss what's going on and what they'll do on 3rd down as we come to the end of this first quarter of play. Not a lot of offense, quite a lot of flags through 1 quarter of play, no score. You can see the Raiders finding out quickly that Grafton's defense a lot more stout than the Hingham squad they faced last week. While we have a moment, we'd like to mention historic Crocker Field, recognized for its beauty and listed on the National Register of Historical Places, located in the heart of the community and built in 1918. The Central Massachusetts Field has a fabled history in the hearts of Fitchburg High School alumni and a magnificent future in the Fitchburg community. Be part of the restoration and donate today. Learn how you can help the Crocker Field Restoration Committee online at crockerfield.org. And donations can be sent to Crocker Field Restoration, 140 Arnhow Farm Road, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, 01420. And don't forget, all donations are tax deductible.
3rd and 8 from the 44 for Fitchburg to start the second quarter.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 as Graham looking for space. Throws a bullet over the middle, but that's incomplete. Too high for Darnell Thomas.
Trey Thomas on the coverage.
And that's been a challenge, as we've mentioned, for Monty Graham right now, is just trying to take some off of it.
McCloskey back in the punt for Fitchburg. Deep for Grafton. Donovan.
There's too much oomph on these passes, and all his misses basically have been overthrown. Now 1 for 5 through the air today. McCloskey will be back to punt for the Red Raiders. Got a solid one off last time. Puts this high in the air, looking for a bounce. He'll get the bounce. Grafton thinking about picking it up, but Liam Doniger will think better of it, as the ball will bounce right to the 20-yard line.
Punt down to 21. 1st and 10 Grafton.
So 11:42 to go in the second quarter of play. And Grafton will have the ball again and looking to try to improve on what... Just trying to improve on their offense right now, as they've been struggling to put a drive together. No first downs, 23 yards of offense in the first quarter. The Red Raiders, known for their stout defense last year, not so much last week, but we've been seeing more out of that defense today. But right here's a great run for Grafton. Past midfield, Tyson Thomas, the freshman running back. The big run on first down for Grafton. Very much the biggest play of the day. That second effort bounced off the line and found a lot of open space. It was Aquendo who had to wrap him up.
1st and 10 Grafton from the 47 of Fitchburg.
And now into Raider territory goes Grafton on the 33-yard run by Tyson Thomas. Warner thinking about going in motion. And now Diamond thinking about the handoff, but he'll throw far side. That's tipped and incomplete.
Diamond's pass. Broken up.
Tried to find Warner, but Alex Rojas able to get his hands up there and knock that one away. You can see Diamond rolling to his right, looking for options. And Rojas able to read it well, get his hands up, and knock that away. Second and 10 it'll be for Grafton, just into Raider territory. And on the near side, Tyson Thomas again, keeping his feet moving. He's going to make it to the 40-yard line.
Stopped by Garcia. Gain of 8 on the play, brings up 3rd and 2.
See the pitch out there, giving him the time to work. Give him the 40-yard line on that. Got to get to the 37 for a first. 3rd and 3. Grafton looking for their first 3rd down conversion of the day. They go back to Thomas. Doesn't work this time. 3rd time unlucky.
Garcia on the stop again. No gain on the play.
Nothing gained for Grafton, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 3.
Grafton in that maroon zone, they're going to go for it. Darnell Thomas going to try to come out there, but he had to double back there. Raiders already have enough players on the field as it is. Diamond will throw it back. Thomas going to try one more time. It's going to be pretty close.
Brought down by Alejandro.
So we'll look at the replay. Just fighting for the yardage on the near side. And whether or not he made it or not isn't going to matter. Because they're indicating a face mask against Fitchburg.
Flag on the play to call the face mask against Fitchburg. Will give Grafton a first down.
That's what the referee was indicating. And the Raiders can't be pleased with that. Indiscipline on the 4th down stop. So we'll have a look at this again, see if we can see the face mask. Well, I can see Duncan Poitras is, it's not the tackle, but by goodness, that's absolutely impermissible. Duncan Poitras ripping Andrew Hanna down away from the play. And the most annoying thing about that is the fact it was away from the play. You've got to know better than to do something dumb like that. But nonetheless, it will be a first down for Grafton as they'll walk off the penalty yards.
After the penalty, it's 1st and 10 Grafton from the Fitchburg 36.
Interesting with the face mask and how they've chosen to enforce it. They'll enforce it to the 36. And Grafton will have the first down. And so Tyler Diamond on the near side trying to find the space to get to the flank, and nothing there but Red Raiders to wrap him up.
Stopped by Alejandro.
Angel Alejandro, the first to arrive for the Red Raiders. A loss of 3 yards.
Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12.
So to the 39, a loss of 3. 2nd and 12. And it'll be a handoff again for Tyson Thomas.
Tyson Thomas
is able to get back a bunch of yards down at the 34.
Tackled by Brian Rivera. Gain of 5 on the play.
5 gained on that one.
7.
They've been getting, it's interesting how much experience Grafton has in this backfield. But it's the freshman in Tyson Thomas that they've been getting the best results out of. 8:17 to go in the first half of play. No score, but Grafton making their way downfield. While we have a moment, we'd like to mention FATV, your local access television station. If you live, work, go to school, or are a member of a Fitchburg organization, you can become an FATV member. Membership brings you many benefits and gives you access to all of FATV's equipment: cameras, audio and lighting equipment, editing suites, studios, and much more. We offer technical training classes to teach you how to create your own program, and you can reserve channel time to broadcast your program to the community and beyond. Visit fatv.org for more details and start producing your own show today. So 8:17 to go in the second quarter of play. No score between Grafton and Fitchburg. So 3rd and 7 it's going to be. There's a nice shot of Asigian Memorial Field here at Grafton High School. Got a lot of, reminds me a lot of Fitchburg State and how they're set up. The backdrop pretty similar, except there's water in the background as Diamond scrambling backwards, trying to find someone to go for the short option there in Tyson Thomas, but incomplete.
For Tyson Thomas, broken up by Darnell Thomas.
Darnell Thomas breaking that one up.
Brings up 4th and 9.
4th and 9 coming, and it looks like Nate Remelard's going to come out there.
Nate Remillard in the punt.
Remillard going to try to play field position. And that punt on the ground, and his knee hit the ground as he had possession of the football, and that ends the play.
Remillard moved down on the snap.
Remillard, a soccer convert, and that's a mistake that can happen when you have a low snap like that, a very bad snap. And you can see he's got his hands on the football, he's got his knees on the ground.
1st and 10.
And in high school, in college, you're down if that's the case.
Line.
So the Raider defense able to hold after all that. And the Raiders will take command of the football with 8:06 to go in the second quarter. Trying to break this double shutout. And Philip Arpano is into the game for the Red Raiders now. On first down, he hands off for Barisano. He gets the 45 and no farther than that. So first play from scrimmage on this drive for the Red Raiders, and that's just Barisano trying to get through the line, but a lot of players clad in green and gray there to stop him. And we mentioned last week that near the end of the game against Hingham, Montgomery Graham took a shot in the back while he was being tackled, led to an injury. He started this game, has played in the first quarter, but now they've gone to the junior in Arpano. Barisano's going to go in motion, and a flag.
Flag on the flag.
This flag comes from the referee in the back. And he was not satisfied that Fitchburg got that play off quickly enough. And yet again, we'll have to delay a game.
We'll make it 2nd and 14 for Fitchburg.
So there are no visible play clocks here in Grafton, and indeed in most high school football facilities. So it's the referee in the far back whose job it is to keep time. And he'll raise his hand and signal when there's 10 seconds, and then signal when there's 5. It's up to the players to watch him. He signaled 10 now. And as the Raiders start to come to the line, he'll signal 5 seconds. And they get this off probably about 1 second left on his play clock as Oquendo trying to get to the left flank, moving his way down at the 43-yard line.
Carry, wrestled down by number 11, Nolan Warner.
We'll give him 2 on that.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 12.
And Oquendo just trying to get to the far side, but Nolan Warner there to wrap him up and bring him to the ground. Senior tight end and linebacker. And now it'll be 3rd and 12. For my count, the Red Raiders 0 for 5 on 3rd down today. As we reach halfway in this second quarter of play, Arpano looking to pass for the first time. Throws over the middle, intercepted! That one taken away. Into the near side, Amaro Atara with the pick for Grafton. And they'll take over in Raider territory.
Back in the Fitchburg territory. 1st and 10 Grafton from the Fitchburg 46.
It's the first time that we saw Arpano attempt to pass, both from last week and this week. Decent pace on it, but taken really there at the 40 there by Watara. Stumbled for a moment, was able to regain his footing and bring it back inside Red Raider territory. They'll spot him at the 46-yard line.
Grafton calls its second timeout.
So 5:45 to go in the first half of play. Grafton has the football 46 yards from the goal, looking for their first score of the game. I thank our wonderful crew here today, making the trip down to Grafton. Nate Glennie directing, Travis Falk doing everything else in the truck, basically. Jared Roberts, Matt Murdoka, Robin Como, and Todd Govin, all operating cameras here today.
Ladies and gentlemen,
CJ Memorial Field.
Senior Day for the 2021 Fall 2 football season will take place next Friday, April 9th, versus Kansas. Pre-game on-field ceremony for Grafton seniors will begin at 6 p.m.
So, from the Raider 46-yard line, Grafton 58 yards of offense on the day. Try to get the gears rolling again. You see Tyson Thomas in the backfield as the deep option. See if they'll keep going to him, since he's had by far and away the most success. Look at him stay on his feet there on the left hash, making it to the 37-yard line. A 9-yard gain on first down.
Gain of 9 on the play. Second and 1 for Grafton.
Second down and 1 to go.
Pitch to Thomas.
And Thomas gets the pitch this time. They try to put Landry in motion to the left side to try to give him something to work with blocking-wise.
Rivera,
but nothing coming there. And they'll march him back to the 40-yard line. A loss of 3 on the pitch. Devin Barasano getting there, Brian Rivera getting there. It was just Landry back there, +1 who'd already been knocked down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4 for Grafton. Diamond under center. With an audible. And the handoff again to Tyson Thomas. He's going to have to try to make his way through the line. He'll just get swallowed up instead.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and 4.
And yet again, Grafton unable to convert on 3rd down.
Remillard in the punt for Grafton.
And so now Grafton hoping for better fortune from the snapping game this time. Remillard back to punt. This time right on the money. And will boot it away from midfield. Come to the near side. And that ball's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. Well, slightly better fortune. Went as far as it could have gone. The Raiders will take the ball from the 20, 3:32 to go in the first half of play. We'll see what the Raiders can do offensively wise. Monty Graham comes back in. Took a break for a series. He comes back into the contest. So from the 20-yard line on 1st and 10. Man in motion comes from the far side of the field. They'll take the handoff there. He was the split left receiver. And coming all the way around on the run there was Xavier McCary. It'll be a 7-yard gain. First carry we've seen from him this season. As he turns at the numbers and makes his way upfield. On 2nd down, a drive up the middle will get sufficient yardage for a first. Quendo with the carry. See number 7 with the yellow gloves and yellow cleats just driving his way forward and get the first down for the Raiders. Under 3 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. It's turned into a defensive battle here as Monty Graham steps up in the pocket, breaks free, gets back to the line of scrimmage, throws forward. That will be complete to Barisano.
Pass complete to Barisano.
Will just be a 1-yard completion, but it is something.
No gain on the play.
It was back and forth he'd gone.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 9. It'll be for the Red Raiders. Graham doing well to improvise on first down, able to prevent a loss. Pump fake, now rolls to his right, but 2 players for Grafton there to wrap him up.
John Hamawi, Andrew Hanna.
Looked like Landry and Hanna there to sack Monty Graham for a loss. Pump faked there, tried to roll to his right. It was John Hamawi, actually, 33. The junior tight end.
Brings up 3rd and 15 for the Red Raiders.
And that'll knock the Raiders back to the 29-yard line. A loss of 6 on the sack. We'll go Barisano. We'll try to get to the far side, and a flag's going to be thrown as well.
Flag on the play.
Barisano gets the 34. We'll have to check the marker. The referee checking with the flag. Face mask against Grafton. And the Grafton faithful can't be pleased with that. Huge gift for the Red Raiders.
First down. The 1st and 10 Pittsburgh from their own 42-yard line. Third down.
So they'll bring it to the 42-yard line. It's not an automatic first down.
Third and 3 for Pittsburgh.
So 1:08 to go in the period. There's Quendo trying to make his way on the right side. Can't find the open space.
Brought down by number 56, Cooper Bearby.
And that brings up 4th down now.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Wrapped up there, Cooper Bearby there. The Raiders just going to run some clock down and take a timeout.
Pittsburgh calls timeout.
So on the face mask, no automatic first down because, as we mentioned last week in the game against Hingham, the penalty has to start with the word roughing in the NFHS rulebook for it to give an automatic first down. Roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, etc. But personal fouls, such as face masks, don't give you a first down in the NFHS rulebook. And of course, this is only the 2nd season that the MIAA has been using the NFHS rulebook for high school football. So it is something to get used to, especially when you're used to the college and NFL games, that being an automatic first. You'd also see the same thing with something like pass interference, which would be an automatic first normally, but not in this case. The Raiders did convert earlier in this game on 4th down. And from this spot, they're going to have another go. They're going to trust their defense in the case that they don't get this 1st down. As they bring McCary in motion, Barisano with a pat on the back, gets the ball, makes his way across midfield into Grafton territory. Ball comes loose at the very end. But Barisano able to get it back.
First and 10.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Barisano driving forward. And they'll stop the clock with 15.1. Clock it on 1st down.
Hey, they don't have any.
See, they brought McCary in motion. I just like that sort of pat on the back there with Graham. Handing the ball off to Barisano as if he's activating the rockets there to blast him through the middle of the line. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Red Raiders. 15 seconds to work with. They need 45 yards. And it looks like we're going to get yet another delay. So another delay game called against Fitchburg.
Penalty against Fitchburg. Pushes them back 5 yards to midfield. 2nd and 15.
So 2nd down, 15 to go. They'll need half the field in 15 seconds. Rivera will come in motion from the near side. And Graham going to try to air out home run pass. Flag is thrown. And that one knocked down, incomplete there.
Broken up by Amara Watara.
Watara knocking it down, but we'll have to check the flag.
Intended for Barisano. Flag on the play.
Maybe holding. Seem to be in that territory. And we'll be holding against the Raiders. So they'll mark it off. And in high school football, holding is marked off from where the infraction occurred. And Monty Graham was standing at his own 45 when they marked it. So to the 35. It'll be 2nd and ouch. Barisano will take it on the far side, stay on his feet. Ball's come loose. Clock never started. And although Barisano fumbles it at the 41-yard line, it looks like that is going to bring an end to the 1st half. They'll be saved by the clock.
The game is scoreless.
So this was an adventure. Last week where we had a shootout in Hingham, this week it's been a defensive struggle between these two teams. 116 yards of offense on the ground, plus 2 yards of offense through the air. So 120 yards of offense in the 1st half between these two teams, and the defense is shining and then some. From Grafton, no score at halftime. Going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll go through the 1st half stats and figure out what these teams need to do to try to improve. As that was just Not the first half I think either team's offense wanted to see. But the defensive coordinators, they're going to be very pleased with how it's gone. Halftime here in Grafton. It's Grafton 0, Fitchburg 0. This is Red Raider football on FATV. We're back here at Richard Asigia Memorial Athletic Field at Grafton High School, getting ready for the start of the second half between Grafton High School and Fitchburg High School. Daniel Molak here with you on FATV. Nate Glennie directing, Travis Falk doing everything else in the truck, Jared Roberts, Matt Murdoch, Robin Como, and Todd Govan running the cameras today. We thank them for making the trip down here to Grafton, and we thank Grafton High School for allowing us to make the trip down here and broadcast the game. So we get this second half underway as it's driven well downfield through the hands into the end zone, beyond the end zone.
Booms it on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The wind will carry it out of bounds, and a touchback. The Raiders will start with the ball on the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Unofficially, the Raiders with 57 yards of offense in the first half. Grafton just a little better at 63 yards. First down, Barisano running up the middle. Wrapped up by the legs, but not before getting just past the 25-yard line.
In a 5 on the play.
Barisano 6 carries for 31 yards from my count. Anthony Aquendo held at just 18 yards on the ground. As the Grafton defense has been quite stout in this contest. Play action throw to the near side, the far side, and that is incomplete. It was Graham's near side. As there was pressure from behind from the very beginning there.
Passing complete.
On the play action there. And you can see it right there. Number 66 on the run there for Grafton. But lots of pressure, bringing up 3rd and 5 with 37 seconds gone in the second half of play. For my count, these two teams have combined for just 6 first downs in this contest.
Intentional grounding. Good call.
And after discussion, intentional grounding going to be enforced against Graham, and that seems pretty reasonable. Didn't see any intended receiver on that side of the field. No one who could legally catch the football.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Third and long again. Graham's going to run with it, just try to get some yardage. Get to the 22 and not any more than that.
Barisano wrapped up by Landry and McMahon. Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 8.
So Graham able to get to the 22-yard line.
Back in the punt for Fitchburg. Back deep for Grafton, Donaher, and Bellinger.
So McCloskey will have the punt. Not going to sail as favorably through the wind as the last couple. And it's going to be down at the 48.
1st and 10 Grafton. 10:31 left in the 3rd.
26-yard punt for McCloskey. Now Grafton will take control of the football with 10:31 to go in the frame. So we'll see what Grafton's offense can do. We saw a lot of great running from Tyson Thomas, 53 yards on the ground. It's the vast majority of their offense. And he'll take it on the fake handoff, coming around the left side of the line, and wrapped up at midfield.
Tyson Thomas on the carry.
So they fake the handoff to his brother Trey.
Brought down by number 50, O'Brien Porter.
O'Brien Porter with the tackle.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 11.
It's just past midfield, and Alejandro coming in at the end. The last few runs have not been kind to Tyson Thomas. A loss of a yard. Still averaging just under 6 yards a carry, but now it will be 2nd and 11. This now Trey trying to block for Tyson. Works out pretty well this time. Walking the tightrope, steps out of bounds, but not before a first down for Grafton.
Knocked out of bounds.
That time just had to get to the flank, and that time,
for a first down for Grafton.
as he made his way to the sideline, he was able to find a lot of space to work with. Barisano trying to sell out there and make the tackle. Stepped out at the 38. So just an 11-yard gain, but still
Thomas on the
first
carry
down.
again.
They go back to Tyson.
Stopped up the middle by Garcia.
You see that time
Brings up 2nd and
stumbling
8.
down. And the stop there by Garcia. So the 33 he went on the first one, and a 2-yard gain on first down. And again, just trying to get the blocking there to the flank.
Thomas looking for the corner again. Stopped
Trying to
by
replicate
45,
that big run.
Darnell Thomas.
Darnell Thomas with the tackle. Thomas on Thomas action. They'll spot him between the 2 lines there. 32 and 33.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 9 for Grafton.
So bring up a 3rd and 9. So they'll move Trey Thomas in motion, and they'll go back to Tyson. And Tyson finds space
Thomas
and gets
up
the first
middle.
down.
Dragged down by Jesus Padilla.
Just an explosive step there from
Enough
Tyson
yards
Thomas.
for a first down. 1st and 10 Grafton
It gets to the
from
20-yard
Pittsburgh
line.
20.
5 straight runs to Tyson Thomas to open up this first drive. Diamond will roll to his right. He'll throw. That one incomplete. Barisano breaking it up as he was looking for Douglas Landry on the right side.
By Barisano.
It's the 4th time today that Tyler Diamond's tried to go through the air. Has not come up with a completion yet. Monty Graham not finding much success on the other side, 2 of 7 for just 4 yards. And a backwards pass that was more damaging than the gains. 2nd and 10, 20 yards for goal for Grafton. They'll fake the handoff. Diamond's going to try to run with it himself. Trying to keep on his feet. He's going to get some yards. Gets to about the 15 and no farther than that.
Raiders, including Duncan Poitras, number 26.
Wrapped up by half the Raider defense. Big gain of a few, though, for Diamond, the junior quarterback. It'll bring up 3rd down. Seven to go in the 3rd quarter, still no score. And Jesus Padilla now down on the ground in pain, bringing a stoppage to play as the trainer will come out on the field. .56 to go in the third quarter, no score, but Grafton is threatening. We can see the Raider staff out there as well. So we hope the senior Jesus Padilla is all right. We're going to have a look and see what could have happened here. And you can see his foot just buckled on the field turf there. His cleat caught in there, and player sort of on him as well with the finishing of that tackle. But Padilla will come
Ladies and
on.
gentlemen, number 11, Jesus Padilla.
Able to walk off the field. That's good to see. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. From my count, Grafton on this drive has already gotten their first 3rd down conversion of the day. They'll be looking for another one here. Needing 6 yards for a first, 16 yards for 6 points. This game really seeming like a throwback to last season, in which the Raiders were able to hold opponents to just 13.5 points a game. Grafton, on the other hand, scoring 16.5 a game. And they've quickly discovered that this is not the North Middlesex team they saw last week. As it's going to go to Tyson Thomas, and the Raiders had it read the whole way. Tried to delay with the misdirection, but could not make that work.
Thomas on the carry, stopped by Darnell Thomas. No gain on the play.
So we've already seen Grafton try to go for a field goal from this spot, roughly. It was a 34-yarder in the first quarter, and that didn't quite have the distance. Does not look like they're going to try that again. As Tyler Diamond and the offense remains on the field, we approach the halfway point. And I think they're going to have to call timeout here. They were not even close to getting to the line, and I could already see the referee in the far back with signaling 5 seconds. So 6:01 to go in the third quarter of play. And here I am in the press box here at Assegai Memorial Field here in Grafton. Again, many thanks to Grafton High School for allowing us to be here today. And a very nice crowd as well. I imagine the teams, using the allotment of spots as many as they could. Get those passes distributed, get as many fans in as we could. A good crowd coming in here today. Want to remind you, in addition to our live streams on the internet, you can also watch FATV programming in stunning high definition on the following streaming devices: Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can download our free app today. On Apple TV and Fire TV, search for FATV in the App Store, and on Roku, search for PEG.TV in the Roku App Store, and then within the PEG.TV app, search for FATV. And you may very well be enjoying the game coverage on one of those apps today, or you're maybe watching on the education stream at fatv.org, or on Comcast Channel 9 or Verizon Channel 36. Wherever you're joining us today, we thank you for tuning in. .601 to go, third quarter. No score, but Grafton looking to get on the board here. A 4th and 6. They need to get to the 10 for a first down. 10 yards beyond that, and they will very much get on the board. Paget in the backfield, it looks like. It'll be play action. Diamond with time, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling, nearly wrapped up. First try unsuccessful, second time unsuccessful, escaping as best he can. He gets the ball off, and that was intercepted by Barisano. Devin Barisano comes up with it. Everything happening on that. I mean, Diamond did very well to break out of 2 tackles. You can see Sam Faulkner coming in there. Nearly had him wrapped up, escapes. And Padilla's all right, good to see, but he escapes from him too. Shakes out of the third one by Rojas, but it's a dead duck, and Barisano able to pull that one in.
Hey, get loud! Let's go, team! Let's go, defense!
So the Red Raiders will have the football. 1st and 10 with 5:42 to go. As the handoff will go to McCary, lose the handle on it. It'll be 2nd down. Well, you can see McCary lost a handle on it, but by the time that he'd lost the handle on it, he was already well down. Gain of 1 for McCary. You can see Philip Arpano is back into the game as well. And 2nd down, Barisano to the far side. He's got some space to run. Devin Barisano to the 40.
Brought down by Alex Ford.
Big run for the Raiders there. Devin Barisano with a gain of 20.
That carries enough for a 1st down for Fitchburg. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Wrapped up at the end there by Alexander Ford, one of the captains of this Grafton football team. 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter, still scoreless. Arpano in the backfield to take the snap, with Oquendo and Barisano to either side, and Barisano gets back to the line of scrimmage and then marched back 5 yards.
Barisano brought down by Charlie McMahon. Jack Padgett as well.
Charlie McMahon with the tackle there for Grafton.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Red Raiders.
So the Raiders will have 2nd and 10. 2nd of 5 games. You could hear McMahon yelling, "Let's go." I could hear him from here. Only, what, 150 feet away? Oquendo in motion. Arpano bobbled the snap, and he's just going to try to recover as much yardage as he can.
Philip Arpano.
And a flag's going to come in at the very end.
Sacked by Hamawi. Late flag on the play.
So this is going to be the 16th penalty of the game.
Personal foul against Fitchburg.
Fitchburg called for the personal foul at the end. You can see Arpano just struggling to keep a hold of the ball. I think the plan was to go to Oquendo on the near side, who'd come in motion. So with the personal foul, they'll bring the line of scrimmage down to the 24-yard line. Third and 26 it'll be for the Raiders.
3rd and 26 for Fitchburg. The Red Raiders call timeout.
And the Raiders will call time here. .302 to go in the 3rd quarter. The score remains Grafton 0 and Fitchburg 0. Remember, there is so much more to watch on your community access station here on FATV. You can check out the quality FATV programs like Barbara and You, Inside Fitchburg, Chess Chat, Forks Over Fitchburg, and Discussing Fitchburg Now. And FATV also covers many local events, including the Memorial Day ceremony, graduations, and local high school and collegiate sports. Watch local government meetings and some of the best local election coverage around. Visit FATV.org for schedules, access video on demand on your time, and view our live streams. No, yeah, don't forget to follow FATV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram today. 3rd and Millbury now for the Raiders. They have to get to midfield for a first. Harpano dropping back, looking for time, throws a deep ball, and that is incomplete. Nearly had Barisano there.
Harpano's pass.
But that time an underthrow.
Incomplete, intended for Barisano.
Is what will prevent the Raiders from getting a first down here. And then there's a flag as well. And it's indicated against Grafton.
Personal foul against Grafton.
They're going to march 15 yards forward. However, as we mentioned before, personal foul does not start with the word roughing, and so it remains 4th down. So it'll be 4th and 12 as the personal foul undoes the other personal foul from earlier. The Raiders will simply have to take advantage of what they can get with field position. As McCloskey will boot this high in the air. It's not traveling terribly far. It'll bounce right into the hands of Jesus Padilla at the Grafton 41.
1st and 10 Grafton from there.
21-yard punt for McCloskey, 2:45 to go, 3rd quarter. It's Grafton 0 and Fitchburg 0.
As a reminder, fans, we're happy to have you here watching these student athletes perform, but please remember to practice social distancing and to always have your face covering on. Thank you.
So Grafton having reclaimed possession of the football. First and 10, as that comes around to the near side, and not getting anything there was Trey Thomas.
Trey Thomas on the carry. Stopped by number 3, Miguel Torres.
Miguel Torres with the tackle there. Low snap, had to pick that up. I don't think that really affected
Lost
how the play developed. Just
2nd and 13 for Grafton.
Trey Thomas couldn't get to the flank quickly enough. Now back him up 3. 2nd and 13 now. So we're approaching 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Grafton with 120 yards of offense today. And we're going to get delay again. I'm watching that back official like a hawk now. And
Flag on the play, delay game against Grafton.
it'll do well for both
That'll
these teams if they start
back
doing
up
so as
yards.
well.
Makes it 2nd and 18 from the 34-yard line.
So on 2nd and long, trying to make their way up on the left hash.
Tyson Thomas
with the carry. Gonna get to the
Stopped
35.
by Poitras and Padilla. Gain 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 16.
You can see Poitras and Padilla stopping him at the 36, a 2-yard gain. 3rd down, but still a lot to gain. As Diamond rolling out far side looking for space. Throws. Incomplete. It bounced on the ground.
Diamond's pass incomplete. Intended for Andrew Hanna.
They wanted Andrew
Brings
Hanna
up
there.
4th down.
But the skip into the arms will do no good. Rolled had time through, but ball came out of his hand just a little later than I think he wanted. That put the trajectory in a spot where Hanna couldn't recover it. And so,
Hanna booms one deep.
booted there by Andrew
Brian
Hanna. Will be
Rivera
taken
on
by
the return.
Rivera at the 28.
Stopped by Hamawi.
And he'll be wrestled down just past the 40-yard line.
And Jace Keeler.
Interesting that Grafton's basically been alternating
First
between
and
Andrew
10
Hanna
for the Red
and
Raiders.
Nate Remillard on the punting day.
At their own 42-yard line.
36 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Montgomery Graham comes back into the contest. So from the looks like from the 40, just past the 42, Oquendo bounces off the tackle to the far side, trying to get to the sideline to find a little more space, held up just long enough. Will gain a few yards. But Grafton has done an excellent job keeping Oquendo in check. You know they've had their eyes on him in the scouting footage, considering how well he did last week against Hingham, 180 yards on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A 4-yard gain for Oquendo, but he's been held to just
That'll be the end of the
22
third
yards on the
quarter.
ground
The
as we
game
reach
remains
three-quarter
scoreless as we
time
head to the
here
fourth.
in Grafton. And the score, it's Fitchburg 0, Grafton 0. Unofficial stats through three-quarter time, Grafton 122 yards of offense all on the ground, as Tyler Diamond 0 for 6 through the air with an interception. And Fitchburg 87 yards overall, 83 on the ground. Leading rusher being Devin Barasano, 8 carries for 51 yards for the Raiders. Tyson Thomas, 15 carries for 111 yards for Grafton. That's almost all their offense there. And there's the week that was on FATV. All the games that we're able to bring you, including Monty Tech Athletics. And now, of course, next week in Raider Sports, volleyball will be taking on Air Shirley and Leominster.
Please make your way to the parking lot to meet
On the 7th and the 9th, JV coverage at 4 o'clock, varsity coverage at 5:30, and our next game next week will be against North Middlesex. 5 o'clock start from Townsend. That was the team that Grafton took on last week and won 48-0. Grafton has Tantascwa next week, the defending Central Division 4 champion. That'll be an interesting one. Oquendo on first down, blasting through the line into Grafton territory, a first down.
Kendo on the carry, brought down by Trey Thomas. Enough yards for a Fitchburg first down.
Great run by the Raiders there. Now another run up the middle. This time Barasano only getting a couple of yards.
Dragged down by Alex Ford. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8, Red Raiders.
So to the 41-yard line goes Barasano. The Raiders trying to make their way into Grafton territory, trying to manufacture something. We've played 37 minutes of football and still don't have a score. Oquendo takes the pitch, trying to keep the motor running. It's going to gain some yards.
By Cooper Barabee.
Down at the 38, Barabee with the tackle.
Brings up third down for Fitchburg.
3rd and 5 coming now for the Red Raiders.
3rd and 5.
And Oquendo taking a breather on the sideline. Up to 36 yards of running on the ground today. Looks like Alejandro in the backfield there working as a blocker with Barisano. Just tries to make his way forward. Get inside the 35-yard line, no farther. Looks like a yard and a half short of the first.
Brings up 4th down. 4th and 2.
You see the cut inside there, but a lot of Grafton players there to wrap them up. 4th and 2. The Raiders surely going to go for it here. Now Barisano stands on the sideline to take a breath. Fourth and 1. Get the snap off and blasting through a hole on the left side of the line. Anthony Oquendo with the first down.
Oquendo on the carry. Stopped by Barabee. It's enough for a Fitchburg first down. 1st and 10 from the Grafton 29.
A 6-yard gain for Oquendo. And Alexander Ford loses his hat. So a play he will sit. 9 to go in regulation time. Still in search of our first points. Oquendo on first down, immediately wrapped up as the hole closes on the left side. And Oquendo might have gotten hurt on that. Looks like he landed on the ball. That is unpleasant. But it'll get up now and not a whole lot of padding around the stomach area, and if you land on the football, that hurts. Just all the things happening in the pile there, and Oquendo will take a breather. So the Raiders will had to work more with rotating players through the backfield. Now Alejandro on the right side as the blocker, and
cupped it out of the backfield by Alex Ford.
And Alexander Ford, after sitting out a play, came back with the frustration and took down Graham and Barisano like bowling pins. A 2-for-1 special there for the senior captain. We'll bring up a 3rd and 12. Watch that again. The ball came out too, but Barisano was clearly down by that point, and he recovered it anyway. Fitchburg will call timeout. 7:37 to go.
For Grafton parents, Senior Day for the 2021 Fall 2 football season.
And we are still scoreless.
Next Friday, April 9th, first Kampastra. Pre-game on-field ceremony will begin at 6 p.m. sharp.
While we have a moment, I'd like to thank our underwriters who help make all of our remote productions possible here on FATV. Those include Workers Credit Union, Rollstone Bank and Trust, UMass Memorial Health Alliance Clinton Hospital, North Ed Subaru, Unitil, Research Results, Minuteman Press, Mart, and the Sentinel and Enterprise. We thank them for all the support they give us. This is a game that goes down to the wire. Going down to the wire as these two teams have been playing nothing but stout defense. To think, In last week's game against Hingham, we had over 800 yards of offense. This week, just 232 yards of offense between the two teams. Last time the Red Raiders played overtime was against Westboro last year. That was an instant classic of a game. 29-27 as the Red Raiders locked up the #1 seed in Central 4. Pitch out to Aquendo on the far side. Aquendo trying to keep his feet moving, but you can see all the Grafton players closing in there. And they'll stop his progress at the 26-yard line.
Brings up 4th down.
It'll be another 4th down for the Raiders, and they're going to need 7.
4th and 8.
There's Aquendo. You can see all those players coming in there to wrap him up. So the 27 is what they spotted him, so 8 yards required. Need to get to the 19 for a first. Verasano and Aquendo in the backfield. And Aquendo goes in motion to the left side, and somebody jumped. Referee Tony Gannon
Flag on the play.
will signal a false start.
Tony pushes Fitchburg back 5 yards. Makes it 4th and 13 from the Grafton 32.
So from the 32-yard line, the Raiders still need to get to the 19. And just, well, you can see everybody crossed up on that one. But let's not get bogged down over who messed up the play call.
Another flag flies.
That can be delay a game again. That's the ref who generally throws that. Yep, looks like it was worse than that. Well, or bad enough.
Now penalty
Play again.
Pittsburgh got 5 more yards.
Now it's become 4th and 18.
That's a 4th and 18.
My goodness. But now Graham probably going to need a long pass here. He's going to throw far side. It's pulled in by Barasano, and it is caught.
Graham's pass
Right at the
completes to
marker.
Barasano. Right at the stick.
Everything going wrong there. And suddenly Graham able to find Barasano. Think he got his foot in. It's going to come down to the measurement. They're not going to measure. He got the first down. A tremendous completion there by Monty Graham. 18 yards to save the drive for the Red Raiders, a first down. And here's Aquendo. Wrapped up by McMahon and Hannah at the 15-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second and 6.
So 2nd and 6 it'll be. Barasano, not liking what he sees, he'll cut forward.
Touchdown by Doug Landry.
It'll just be a couple of yards for Douglas Landry,
With help from Hannah and Paget.
making the stop on Barasano. Jack Paget getting in there as well. Clock keeps rolling. Under 4.5 to go in this game. Still scoreless between Grafton and Fitchburg. Graham with a bit of time, wants to run with it. Ran into one of the Grafton players, throws right side, looking for the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown!
Pass complete, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Graham on the run, Brian Rivera pulls it down in the end zone. Just when it looks like Graham is in scramble mode and can't get anything out of it, he finds something, and that puts the Raiders on the board with 4:01 to go. See, just trying to find something. I thought he was going to run with it here. Goes to the right side. He sees Rivera wide open, throws it off balance, and he just kept his feet in bounds, just secured the football before he fell out of bounds. Extra point by McCloskey is good. 4:01 to go in the game. The Raiders finally have the first strike.
4:01 left in the fourth quarter.
So we have to look at this touchdown again, I think, because we'll have it from this angle now. So Graham's got it, just trying to find somewhere to go with it. Rolls to the right side. He's got space to run, but he sees Rivera. He likes that better, and Rivera's already got his knee down as he pulls that in. His knee's inbounds. And they award the touchdown. And that's the first score of the game. The Raiders on this drive that started in the third quarter. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter this drive started. 8 minutes and 35 seconds, my math says, is how long that drive took. And Grafton's going to get the ball for the first time.
McCloskey.
Alexander McCloskey
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
to kick off. But
Grafton.
before that, a false start on the kickoff against the Raiders. They'll have to kick from the 35. That was the 21st penalty of the game. And McCloskey's going to come to the sideline. So he moves the tee around. I thought he was going to get another tee for some reason.
Belanger and Donaher back deep for Grafton.
Liam Donaher and Kai Belanger back there for Grafton. See Craig and Tossi on the sideline joining the Raider football team. Treated to quite a show today. As the kickoff spirals through the air, picked up at the 25-yard line on the far side by Belanger. He'll stumble down past the 40. So now Grafton will have the football for the first time in this fourth quarter. They've got 3:59 to work with. In the quest for 6 plus 1. Or maybe plus 2. They've gone for 2 before this season and made it.
3:59 left in regulation.
The 41-yard line is where they'll start. 59 yards is what they'll need. Man in motion on first down. Tripping up in the backfield, staying on his feet was Tyson Thomas. Able to salvage getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of nothing.
Stop by Pastorini.
See, Barisano finishes the tackle there. And a Grafton player down as well with a cramp. And so they'll help deal with that. .338 to go in the contest. The Raiders lead 7-0. On a Brian Rivera touchdown catch. Last year, Rivera had the only score in a game against Algonquin when he got a 20-yard touchdown return for 6 on a punt when the Raiders had Algonquin pinned inside the 1-yard line. And then after 3 scary plays where they nearly conceded a safety, they had to punt from deep in their own end zone, could only get the ball in the air to the 20, and Rivera was able to take it from there and bring it to the end zone for what was the only touchdown of the game. That and Justin Comisan extra point led to a 7-0 scoreline, the Raiders beating Algonquin last year. That was one of those defensive battles. Are we in for another one here? 3.5 to go. Fake the handoff to Trey Thomas, but there is the shake off there for Padilla as the throw to the near side, incomplete.
Silence pass intended for Nolan Warner.
Wanted Nolan Warner on the near sideline.
Covered by number 22, Richard Santana.
We'll get a good look at this here. You can see Padilla got some space to work with, but Diamond's got great legs, able to juke out of that tackle. Through to the near side. I actually thought he had that from that replay, but Diamond still without a completion today, and that brings up a 3rd and 10. They have to get to the Raider 49. Diamond backing up, now moving forward. He's going to have to run with it. He's going to get the first down, I think, or he's going to be very close to it.
Diamond on the keeper.
If he stayed in bounds just a split second longer, he would have had the first down. But they're going to spot him just short of the midfield line. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 2.
Absolutely the right thing to run with it there. He had the space. Barisano pushes him out of bounds. He's just not able to walk the tightrope long enough. Knocks down that bench as well. We'll have a timeout with 3:14 to go. Pie on the clock. Here in Grafton, the Red Raiders leading 7-0. As we mentioned last year, the Raiders, they've been in a lot of these defensive struggle games. You look at their score lines last year. I mean, the first game against West Springfield, 35-28. That doesn't fit the storyline. The 17-10 loss to Tantascwa, 12-7 loss to Wachusett, beat Marlboro 14-0, then Algonquin 7-0. We talked about that one not that long ago. North Middlesex, they won that 35-16. Beat Neshoba 16-15. The Instant Classic against Westboro, they won 29-27 in overtime. The Neshoba game in the playoffs on November the 8th at Crocker Field, 7-0 they won that one. Neshoba couldn't even get into triple digits in offense that day. And then the championship game in Division 4 against Tantascwa lost that 26-14. And then Turkey Day last time around in 2019, 7-0 loss. And so once again, as they show me here in the booth, having a fun time here in Grafton. Again, many thanks to Grafton High School for letting us come down here. Myself and the wonderful crew, Nate Glennie directing, Travis Falk doing everything else in the truck, Jared Roberts, Matt Murdoka, Robin Como, and Todd Govin running the cameras today for us. And whether or not you're a Red Raider fan or a Grafton High football fan, we thank you for tuning in and enjoying the broadcast. Again, Grafton lost 13-8 to Neshoba to begin this season, beat North Middlesex 48-0. Who the Raiders will have next week on the 9th. We'll have that coverage. 4 o'clock start from North Middlesex in Townsend. While Grafton will be hosting Tantascwa next week. That'll be a 4 o'clock start here at Seguin Memorial Field against the Warriors. But now it's time for 4th down and 2. Diamond running with the ball, left side, trying to cut back inside. Gets to
Diamond on the keeper.
the line to gain. I think he's got it. It's going to come down to the spot. Diamond trying to get the 1st down on his feet. It's going to come down to the mark. And they are going to measure here. See the first wrap there by Barisano, Garcia, and Padilla getting in on that as well. All come down to where they place the football. Looks like they've placed it on the 49. If they had the chain set right, that should be good enough. It is good enough. That's a 1st down for Grafton.
Diamond's keeper enough for a Grafton 1st down.
The first time these two teams have ever met. And it's going down to the wire. (7-0) Fitchburg with 2:55 to go. So Diamond would have had the 1st down on 3rd if he'd stayed in bounds just a bit longer. That time he stretched out to get every inch he needed to get the 1st, reset the chains. As on 1st down, Diamond looking to throw, moving to his right, stumbling backwards a little more, being chased in pursuit. Now he's going to get the throw over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Everybody running their routes everywhere, looking for Douglas Landry. Out there, well downfield on the far side. Landry listed as a running back. Had to do a lot of running on that. And Diamond doing everything he could to keep that play alive. But it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 2:32 to go in the game. See all that scrambling and gambling there by Tyler Diamond, the junior quarterback for this Grafton football team. 2nd and 10. Under pressure, Padilla trying to wrap him up, got a handful of jersey. He kept moving forward. He'll be taken down just short of the 45-yard line, but that'll keep the clock running.
Pressure by Padilla.
We'll bring up 3rd down
3rd and 7 for
and
Grafton.
7. As the clock ticks to 2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining.
Move a man in motion to the far side. And Diamond dropping back ever further. Now you can see Faulkner with the pressure. Garcia there as well. Thrown over the middle. Contested for between 3 players, 2 of them wearing white. Who has the football? Grafton's got the football.
Pass complete to Matt Biddle.
Matt Biddle gets the 1st reception of the day for Grafton with 100 seconds to go.
First and 10 Grafton from the 36.
And he got there first. They battled for it afterwards, but it was very much Biddle's ball. As Diamond rolls to his right, looking for the long throw. That is going to be caught! Liam Donaher coming up with that one. Deep into territory there.
1st and 10 Grafton.
Donaher able to beat the 2 defenders there in Barisano and Richard Santana. 4 yards to pay dirt for Grafton, 60 seconds left. They'll move Trey Thomas in motion. Diamond gonna try to take it himself to the goal line. He did not get there.
He's short of the end zone. Timeout Grafton.
And Grafton will call timeout with 45.5 seconds to go. You can see there, Garcia just knocks him down, and Thomas able to wrap him up there. 3 yards gained by Tyler Diamond. Grafton trying to tie it in the final minute of regulation. And what has been very much a thriller, especially here in this fourth quarter. The Raiders started with the football with 36 seconds to go in the third quarter, was able to march down the field in 8.5 minutes to get a touchdown. And now 3:59 left on the clock for Grafton to get on the board. And it was just the combined efforts there from Barisano and Darnell Thomas there to wrap him up. But now just 36 tantalizing inches stand between Grafton and getting on the scoreboard here. They've got 3 chances
Second goal for Grafton.
to find the end zone.
Diamond in the center.
And they try to go for the sneak. Diamond trying to get there. They did not get there again. The Grafton faithful thinks he got there. The referees will discuss it. The initial signal is that he did not get there.
Third goal for Grafton.
But they still have 2 more shots. They probably don't have to worry about the clock too much. 3rd and goal for Grafton. Try to set the man in motion. Paget wrapped up in the backfield.
Paget stopped behind the line.
Clock's going to keep
10
running.
seconds. Time's running.
4th down, they can't spike it. They have to snap it right now. This is the ball game right here. Diamond throws right side. Incomplete, but a flag.
On a play. 2 flags.
That is certainly going to be DPI. As the receiver fell down. Could be 1 on time down from the 2-yard line to decide this game. So let's see what we have here. So the Raiders were offside to begin with. In either case, I believe the line of scrimmage was the 4 after that last one for Paget. It would be the 2-yard line either way because I believe in the FHS rulebook, DPI would go to the 2. Or wherever the last play was. But Grafton would have 1 on time down, no matter how you shake it. So it'll be 1 on time down from the 4-yard line.
1 on time down from the 4-yard line.
It's a bigger loss of yardage than I thought.
Timeout, Fitchburg.
And Fitchburg surely going to call their timeout here and discuss how they deal with things on what will be the last play of regulation, barring any further shenanigans. All 48 minutes of regulation have been exhausted here in Grafton. Here at Asigian Memorial Field at Grafton High School. It's 7-0 Fitchburg, but Grafton has 1 more play coming. All you need to know is they need 4 yards for pay dirt. To think, the game last week against Hingham, the Raiders led 7-0 and had to survive a last-second pass to the end zone. And in this one, with the other team much closer to the end zone this time, we're talking the 4-yard line this time. They have to survive one more play. Nothing Fitchburg. Four-tenths of a second placed on the clock. So let's see what we've got here. The last play of regulation. Diamond rolling out right side, looking for the end zone. Tackle at the pylon! Touchdown, Grafton!
Diamond gets to the corner, touches the pylon. 7-6.
Tyler Diamond makes it to the pylon, gets just across the goal line. And now what will Chris McMahon do, the 7th season head coach? Nate Remillard was 6 for 7 on extra points last week against North Middlesex. And Remillard is going to come on the field. Matt Biddle to hold. They're going to play for overtime. So on the kicker's foot. Kick is through.
The extra point is good.
Grafton scores in the last play of regulation. And we're going to go to overtime here.
The game is tied 7-7.
It took all 48 minutes of regulation for Grafton to find the scoreboard. But they find it here. And so they'll go to the 10-yard line. Each team will go from the 10-yard line, but it's much like college in that regard. Each team will get one drive from the 10-yard line, and if there is a touchdown, there is no option for an extra point. You must go for 2. Nate Remillard did his job there to get the extra point to bring us to overtime. And just for the sake of argument, this game's going to overtime, and we're still, last week's game took about 2 hours and 50 minutes. We're at about 2:17 here. So we've made fairly good pace here, but Grafton on the last play, bolstered by penalties against Fitchburg, able to get one last play from scrimmage. And Tyler Diamond able to roll to the pylon and just barely get into the end zone. That and the Remillard extra point, tying it at 7 and bringing us to overtime. And here's the play here. Rolling out to the right side and just barely snuck it inside the pylon. So as we mentioned last year, Fitchburg played overtime against Westboro.
Here's some rules for overtime. There'll be a coin toss, and then each team will get a possession from the 10-yard line. No extra points, You have to go for 2, but you can kick a field goal.
So we see the number 11s on both teams. Nolan Warner for Grafton and Jesus Padilla for Fitchburg. Referee going over the instructions. You can see the Grafton team pumped up. They needed every second of this game. Both teams scoring on the only drive they got in the fourth quarter. As they continue to discuss the rules here. Surprised how many questions there must be. Coin tossed in the air. It looks like Grafton won the toss and they want the ball first. And Fitchburg has chosen to defend the end to the left. Interestingly, it was Fitchburg who won the toss. Thought it was Grafton, I misread that. But Fitchburg won the toss, and they want to stymie the momentum for Grafton. They want the ball first. So, 10 to goal. Here's first down. It's Aquendo, staying on his feet, gets half the yards right there.
Tackle by Landry.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Red Raiders. First possession of overtime. Graham trying to roll, staying on his feet. Graham still staying on his feet somehow, still pushing forward. A mole's formed.
Graham on the keeper.
And they will stop play there.
Stopped by Landry.
Looks like about a 2-yard gain.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Come on, defense, heads up, let's go!
Brings up 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line.
See, Graham was thinking about passing for a moment. Just trying to stay on his feet. And he stayed up there for quite a while. 3 yards from goal. Each team gets 1 timeout for overtime. Oftentimes it can be so difficult to gain those short amounts of yardage when you're so close. Aquendo staying on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown!
For Pittsburgh.
Stop the extra point! Let's go! Get it! Loud! Jesus Christ, let's go!
See, getting in there, stumbling across the line.
Let's go! Get loud!
So now going 4-2. Oquendo on the end around, gets it across.
Two-point conversion is good.
So the Raiders get what they need there, as Oquendo gets the remaining 3 yards. So the Raiders get the maximum 8 on their possession, and Grafton will have to match. So we'll get those points on the board now.
First and goal for Grafton.
So Grafton needs a touchdown and a conversion to stay in the game. Paget on first down. Doesn't get very much. Sam Faulkner, about 300 pounds of defensive end, wrapping him up.
Flag on the play.
And
False start against
Grafton called for a false start there.
We'll push Grafton back 5 yards.
Makes things a little tougher. Now they'll need 15 yards.
Makes it first and goal from the 15.
Second and 15. The pitch out to Tyson Thomas. He's been
Thomas.
the best running back that Grafton's had at their disposal today. He's only going to get 2 on that.
He picks up 2 yards. Makes it third and goal from the 13.
Thomas with unofficially 113 yards on the ground today on 17 carries. Third down, 39 feet to go for Grafton. Tying it on a last-second score. Diamond rolling out, left side, gonna throw to the end zone. That's gonna be incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
It was in and out of the hands of Miguel Torres. If he could have held on to that football, that would have ended the game. And so this is going to be the ball game right here again. Fourth down, Grafton must score.
Grafton will take a timeout.
And they're going to call their timeout. So he wrestled for there. Just Andrew Hanna able to reach in at the last second and get his hands in there to knock it out of Miguel Torres' hands. But Torres was just happy enough that he stopped Hanna from getting the touchdown. But now Grafton in this position where they're 13 yards from goal. They must score on this play, barring another defensive penalty against Fitchburg. And then once they do score, then they must get a 2-point conversion. So they must find the end zone on consecutive plays. If they cannot, then they are not going to win this game. But 15-7 the score, Fitchburg in front here in overtime. Fitchburg scored on their lone drive in the fourth quarter. Brian Rivera pulling in a touchdown pass from Monty Graham. And then Grafton in 3:59 able to march down the field and score on the very last second of the game from a 4-yard QB keeper from Tyler Diamond on the near side flank. Alexander McCloskey and Nate Remillard hit their extra points to bring us into overtime. Anthony Oquendo was able to earn the touchdown for the Raiders and the 2-point conversion as well. The Grafton fans on pins and needles. 4th and goal for Grafton. They must find the end zone. Anything less than that, and Fitchburg wins. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Diamond. Rolls to his right. Will throw to the right. Tipped up in the air. Incomplete. Game over. Fitchburg wins. 15-7 in overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score of today's game is Pittsburgh 15 and Grafton 7. Thank you for coming out and supporting
The Telegram and
Grafton High
Gazette
School
said that
football
this was the
Grafton
game of the
High
week
Athletics.
between these two
Please
teams.
drive home safely. And as a reminder, please do not congregate on the
It did
mezzanine.
not
Head straight to the
disappoint,
parking lot.
especially
You can meet your student
in the end
athletes
game
there.
here.
Thank you very much.
It's these two teams that took a while to really get the offense going in the third quarter, in the first 3 quarters of this game. But in the fourth, the Raiders made their way downfield. A long 8.5-minute drive to get on the board. And Grafton able to score in the final seconds of the game. They needed all 48 minutes to get on the board, but they brought the game to overtime. But they couldn't, but where the Raiders were able to find the end zone again from their running game from Anthony Oquendo, Grafton could not duplicate. And so the Raiders will escape Grafton with a 15-7 victory. Final unofficial offensive numbers, Grafton finishing with 180 yards of total offense, the Raiders with 161 yards. There were also 23 penalties in the contest, totaling 191 yards between the teams. I'm not going to assign penalties to each team because I don't know if they're right, but it was pretty rough in regards to the discipline, although the teams got better as the game went along. Ultimately, it was a battle of 2 very strong defenses. It was a throwback, basically, to last year for the Red Raiders, where they were holding teams to 13.5 points per game. And today, they hold Grafton, who lit up North Middlesex last week for 48. They hold Grafton to just 7. And they survive the overtime to come away with a 15-7 victory and go to 2-0 on the season, while Grafton will fall to 1-2 with the loss. So again, the next contest for these two teams, Grafton will be back in action on the 9th. They'll be taking on Tantascwa here at Seagian Memorial Field, 4 o'clock start. The Raiders will be back in action 4 o'clock as well. They'll be in Townsend taking on the Patriots of North Middlesex. That should be an exciting game. A couple other final stat notes. Tyson Thomas, 17 carries for 113 yards for Grafton, was their big rusher on the day. Tyler Diamond, 2 for 12 through the air for 42 yards and a pick, but he was also 10 carries for 32 yards, including the touchdown for Grafton to help force overtime. Monty Graham, 4 of 9 through the air for 36 yards and a touchdown, also 5 carries for 21 yards. But Devin Barasano, 12 for 55 on the ground, and Anthony Oquendo getting his big yardage late, 17 carries for 58 yards, and that touchdown in overtime that helps serve as the difference. And can't forget Brian Rivera with that 14-yard touchdown catch to give the Raiders that opening strike that they very much needed. So once again, we want to thank our wonderful crew that helped put together today's game. Nate Glennie directing, Travis Falk doing the rest in the truck. You see the truck parked here as well, here in Grafton. And Jared Roberts, Matt Murdoka, Robin Como, and Todd Govin here to bring all the beautiful pictures to you from the Seagian Memorial Field. Want to thank our underwriters one more time here on FATV. Workers Credit Union, Rollstone Bank and Trust, UMass Memorial Health Alliance, Clinton Hospital, North End Subaru, Unitil, Research Results, Minuteman Press, Mart, and the Sentinel and Enterprise. We thank them for all that they do to help support us and make all of these remote productions possible. So again, and once again, we want to thank one more time Kevin Anderson and Grafton High School for helping make this production possible by allowing us to be here in Grafton. It was a heck of a game, wasn't it? Especially down to the very end. Excitement to the very end, to the point we needed to play a little more football to get a winner, but a winner we got, and Fitchburg takes the victory by a score of 15-7 in overtime. So for everyone here in Grafton, everyone here at FATV, my name's Daniel Bolak saying thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time. And until then, so long from Grafton.